Cancel culture takes up President Biden and Governor Cuomo of New York State for inappropriate behaviors such as sniffing hair, grabbing faces, and, well, a lot worse. Oh, wait, that didn't actually happen. Nope. Instead, cancel culture said, screw your childhood with the cancellation of Dr. Seuss. Yes, that's right. The guy who created children's books that entertain and inspire millions of children for 60 years is now being canceled. Because that seems right. Also, a new Florida state member of the House of Representatives publicly expressed his facts about the coronavirus vaccine. And finally, the president of the Berkeley Teachers Union, Meyer, was caught red-handed bringing his child to school after specifically telling others to do the opposite and to follow the science. I'm Luke Crotzer, and welcome to another episode of The Luke Crotzer Show. Here's a name that many people are very fond of, Dr. Seuss. So, according to an article by the Daily Wire, the company that publishes the books of world-famous children's author Dr. Seuss will no longer sell 6 titles due to offensive content. These titles are And to Think That I Saw on Mulberry Street, If I Ran the Zoo, McElligot's Pool, On Beyond Zebra, Scrambled Egg Super, and The Cat's Quizzer. The company that publishes these titles claim that, quote, these books portray people in ways that are hurtful and wrong, end quote. And the article then explains, quote, while millions of American children have been raised with these books, which include positive messages about tolerance and protecting the environment, some have drawn criticism over the way blacks, Asians, and others are drawn. The author has also been ripped of his earlier advertising and propaganda illustrations, end quote. Now, let's actually take a look at these offensive drawn images, shall we? Okay, so while you're seeing this, let me ask you this question. Do these images look offensive to you? Like, do you actually, scroll through a Dr. Seuss book, well, at least these 6 in particular, you find the offensive image, and you look at it and go, well, that's racist. Nope, no you do not. Of course not. So why are they doing this? Why would they cancel Dr. Seuss? Well, like I said in my cancel culture video, there are indeed in fact people that would like to ruin your life for the heck of it. Even when you are already 6 feet in the ground, it does not matter. All they have to do is look for something even slightly offensive, racist, or just something that they do not agree with, and they will do everything in their power to ruin your life. Now, you can say sorry, or you can even try to explain yourself, but they ain't gonna care. All these guys care about is just getting their way. What is their way? I do not even know at this point. All I know is, as far as I'm concerned, Dr. Seuss is not canceled. There are people that are way more better off to be canceled, but Dr. Seuss is not one of them. His books have made a humongous impact on millions of children with his great storytelling and his amazing illustration. And anyone who believes that his books are racist or intended to be offensive, they clearly did not have a good childhood. I mean, just show me that one guy. Just show me that one guy that can confirm his killings and declared his killings based on Dr. Seuss books. Go ahead. I'm waiting. So while you guys are trying to process the whole cancel Dr. Seuss thing, there is someone I would like to introduce you to. Beat Congressman Byron Donalds. Mr. Donalds is a newly elected member of the House of Representatives, representing his district in Florida. Being honest, I didn't really know the guy. In fact, I doubt a lot of people did. However, he was able to catch my attention after finding a Facebook post of himself in front of a live audience explaining the facts of the COVID vaccine, without the mask. Here's the video now.
Hey, good evening. Byron Donalds, member of Congress from the great state of Florida, Congressional District 19. And for our friends in the media, I do want to apologize. I actually left my mask in my office. Why do I bring that up? Because it's important that in our capital, we start talking about the things that are real and not the things that are fake. You see, I already had COVID-19. The attending physician in this very capital gave me the antibody test last week. I still have it. I'm not spreading anything. I forgot my mask. The reality is, if you have antibodies, you're actually okay. The other reality is that the President of the United States, the Vice President of the United States, the Speaker of the House have all been inoculated. They have the vaccine, but they still wear their mask anyway. The reason they do this is because Washington is accustomed to fan dances.
So, after watching this video, I would actually agree with what he's saying. I feel like he's made a very strong case concerning the vaccine. If any of you guys decide to get the vaccine, then there should be no reason for you to keep wearing a mask. We have been going through this entire COVID situation for over a year now, and we finally have the thing we need to get our lives back on track. So if you guys do get the vaccine, then consider this. Why would you keep wearing a mask? Who is it benefiting, and does it really make sense? As for Mr. Donalds, I actually do have a lot of respect for this guy, mainly because he has a willingness to stand up for what he believes in. I do think it's kind of sad though, but one would think that in the land of the free and having the right to free speech that this would not be considered such a brave thing to do. But it's where we find ourselves. I mean, even if you disagree with what he says, that's fine. Maybe you have a different opinion. But that doesn't mean that we have to try and crush those with different opinions. So how about we actually start talking about somebody who should actually be canceled? Matt Meyer. So if any of you guys remember my Schools of Today video, you would remember me talking about how the teachers unions didn't want kids to go back to school in person until an unrealistic standard could be achieved. They insisted that the virus was so dangerous to everyone and that the kids should only do virtual school or partial in-person schedules. They went through extreme, and I'm talking extreme measures to make sure they got their way. I'm talking marching, protesting, weird dance videos, the whole shebang. However, according to an article by the Western Journal, the very president of the Berkeley Teachers Union was found breaking the very rules that he's been enforcing and in favor of. Here's the whole story. So, Matt Meyer, the president of the Berkeley Teachers Union, has been leading the charge for kids to remain in virtual school for months. Myers claimed that, quote, social distancing, mask wearing, and vaccinations for adults will create the safest environment for in-person education for the end of this year, end quote. So when you do hear this, you probably automatically think that he's for kids not going back to school now. He clearly thinks that the virus is too dangerous, right? You can clearly agree with that. Well, let me tell you this. You are very wrong. He is very wrong. Because Meyer is now facing extreme heat after a group in favor of reopening schools shared a video of him taking his daughter to her preschool for in-person care. Here's the video now.
Real-life children do not keep their masks on.
So after watching this, I think we can all agree that this is the most hypocritical thing I've ever seen. I mean, this, even if you are pro-school, or at least pro-virtual or not, you cannot deny that this doesn't make any sense. I mean, this man has been making many people believe that it's not safe for kids to go back to school, but it's apparently not dangerous enough for him to take his own kid there. I mean, it's stuff like this that makes you wonder if he really did care about the kid's education at all. As far as I'm concerned, if you are a parent and you want your kids to go back to school, then I suggest the school should accommodate this in a reasonable manner. I feel like in 2020 and 2021, this entire thing has taken a major toll on many kids' mentality. And I just really hope that a return to normalcy is not that far in the distance. Well guys, that is all the time I have for you today. I hope you did enjoy my content, regardless of it being a little too serious. And I hope I was able to enlighten you on our current society and where it's come to. Again, I do hope that you didn't like my content. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, thank you very much for giving me 52 subs. I'm very grateful for that. Finally over 50, on the road to 100. Please subscribe. And before you do click off this video, I do have some news for you. Be sure to stay alert for my next episode of Trailer Time, for this is an episode that you do not want to miss, especially if you are a Marvel fan. I'm Luke Crotzer, and this is the Luke Crotzer Show. Peace out, guys.